I just hate the fact that I just really didn't get to see like how good of a football player I could have been. Torn ACL my junior year, torn ACL my senior year, heart problem my freshman year of college. That was probably the worst, just because I knew that like it might be like the last straw. Like, my name is Carlyle Garrick. I am a sophomore. I play football at the University of Oregon. Ever since I was maybe like 13 years old, Oregon is always, for some reason they were always up there. My sophomore, junior year, that's kind of when I realized that I kind of do want to play football in college, and I became a lot more serious. I sent film to about 20 different colleges. My senior season, I tore my ACL again. And right after that, a bunch of college coaches called me, and I just had to tell them all. 2 weeks before that day, maybe like 15 schools pretty much just like dropped me and say, sorry, but we're gonna have to look at other people, whatever. And so there was a point where like I had no colleges at all. Coach Nick Aliotti, he called me one day and he was like, I know you have the knee injuries, but we still do like you, so we want to fly out here. I had a meeting with Chip Kelly, and that's when they offered me a scholarship. Just accepted right there, and that's what happened. Now I'm here. The main problem is that I would have issues right after I was done, like running or anything. So then my heart, instead of like slowly come back down, it would like just start going like a rapid pace. At first, I didn't think it was too serious, because like I would have it, and I was able to function still and talk and be like just be fine. So to me, it wasn't that big of a deal. Yet as it is a heart problem, and they're like, oh well, it's your heart. To me, I'm young. I feel like I can pretty much conquer anything. So I was like, oh, it's just a simple heart problem. They told me like you have to sit out for 6 months, and I was kind of like, well, maybe it is a lot bigger. It kind of sucked at first, and then it just kind of just realizing that I need to do it, and if I want to be healthy when I'm 20, 30, 40, like all that stuff. So right after that, they looked at it and everything was fine. Since I was 6 months symptom free and I passed this little treadmill test, and they were like, well, you're cleared, and I was pretty happy, so it worked out. During the Fiesta Bowl practices, I was just out there practicing and kind of just tweaked. I kind of moved to the left a little bit, and somebody hit me, and then my knee kind of just buckled on me. The MRI showed that I had a torn ACL, and I had some pretty severe cartilage damage. So I had to get ACL surgery and microfracture surgery. It kind of sucked because I was working so hard to come back from the heart problem, and then now it's like, well, your ACL's torn. I just did so much work just to come back and play. All I really want to do is just play football, and then they tell me, well, your ACL's torn and you might not be able to play again. So that kind of sucked. So it hurt at first, but it kind of made me stronger at the end. So I'm a business major. I have a clothing line that I'm focusing more on. Football it's kind of hard to juggle both, so now I'm kind of doing a little more with that. Some days we make some money, some days we don't. So it's not really about the money, just providing good clothing. Yeah, I just hate being known as that athlete who walks into class late and sits in the back and doesn't really take notes or anything. A lot of us really do care about school, and we really do embrace the student first and the athlete second. So physically, I'm getting better. Mentally, I'm fine. At first, it was pretty rough, just doing something and having all these dreams and goals and things I wanted to do in college, which, because I grew up playing sports since I was maybe like 5 years old. Mentally, not being able to play kind of like threw me off track a little bit. And so whatever I can do just to be successful in the future, and I know academics will play a big part in that. Football and then getting hurt and going through all these different things kind of made me who I am. So since I'm not going to sign $1 million contract playing football, I have to make $1 million some other way.